I love today's concept for you. If you've seen the other videos I've done, shoot forward to about 2 minutes, 30 seconds, and you'll be able to go straight into today's project. But Joy of Noel is the stamp set I'm using, and what I've done is I've created myself a whole host of these 3 images on the bottom of the set to create myself some great Christmas cards. It's so easy to just bulk craft and change it up so that you get a different style each time, and that's what I'm going to be showing you to do today. So I'm going to be using some basic white cardstock A4, and I'm going to ink these 3 images up using Memento, and I'm just going to stamp them all over this sheet. Now I did about 4 or 5 of these, and then I sat in front of the telly and coloured them all and cut them. So this is just an example for you. I used Cherry Cobbler Dark and Light on the berries on every single one of the images. I didn't change colours. Mossy Meadow Light and Dark for the leaves. And then for the other leaves that look like a holly leaf, I used Light and Dark Lost Legume. Now, because I'm going to be fussy cutting these out, and I'm going to be putting them onto backgrounds that aren't white, in fact they might not include white at all, I have gone around the edge and given what I call the image a halo. I've used wild wheat and I've gone around the edge of the whole image and then coloured in that bit so that when I fussy cut, if I don't get it smack on the line, it's not going to matter because you're not going to see that basic white. Now, as I said, I'd done this to a whole host of them, cut and snipped them out while in front of the TV. That's my relaxed time. I love that. And these projects are going to be showing you how you can bulk create them into the same Christmas card, or you can step it up and change it as you go along and have different cards using the same pieces. So this is one of the videos, and the others are going to be on my channel. I'm bringing them all to you in the week. All of them are going to have the same introduction. So if you've seen this 3 or 4 times, I do apologise, but hopefully it makes sense. And once you fussy cut them out, these are all your pieces that you're going to build together to make the project. So let me show you what project I'm going to be doing today. It's all using the Joy of Noel stamp set. Let's get started. So out of all of the projects I have done using these pieces, this is probably the most simplest. I'm going to be making 2 of these cards, so everything I've got on my desk is duplicated, but I'm using Very Vanilla and Wild Wheat. So I've got a card base from Very Vanilla, and I've also got a card front, which is 9.5 centimetres by 13.8 centimetres. The Wild Wheat is cut at 10 centimetres by 14.3. And I'm just going to take these larger pieces here, and as always I'm going to lay it out on my card so that I can see how I'm happy with it looking, and you can see that I'm going to move this to a couple of different ways. I'm going to play with a couple of different makeups with it, but I definitely know that I want one of these big ones and one of these medium-sized ones. Okay, once you've got it into the way and the style you want it, you can use a dimensional to hold the pieces together. So you'll see here, I'm going to flip these, and where the join of the 2 is, I'm just putting a dimensional. That will keep both pieces together, and I know that both pieces are in a place where I want. I've now added one of the tiny berry details in the exact same fashion, and then I know this is all I need for my floral piece, so I'm popping a load of dimensionals over it, taking them off and sticking them straight onto the back. How simple! Now, before I stuck it down, I did decide I wanted a bit more extra detail. So I took this sort of weaved effect that is in the stamp set. I really liked it. Added it onto a block, and I'm going to be using it with the Wild Wheat ink. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this down. Now, if I was doing a normal card, I wouldn't do this because it overlaps and it looks messy. But I know I'm going to be popping this detail over the top of it, and that's fine by me. And you can see then, you can just see a little bit of the texture coming through. I'm going to do exactly the same on this piece here. And then I'm going to attach the front piece again so that both cards are going to look the same. How quick and simple is this? If I was batch making, say 20 cards, and I already had all the pieces cut out and everything else, this would just be a very simple assembly line. So easy to do. So I'm adding the dimensionals back on and taking them off so I can prop this on the front. I do like doing batch making like an assembly card way so that it's a lot easier for my Christmas cards. I normally create quite a few, send them to customers, send them to team members, send them to friends and family, and there's lots of different cards I have. So the quickest and easiest way to bulk make a lot is always going to make me happy. Now I did look at putting this additional detail piece in here. Look, I've balanced it a few times. I decided against it. I just liked all of the wild wheat background. Now I do know this is a Marmite colour. If you're not from the UK or you don't have Marmite, their advertising slogan is love it or hate it. People either love it or they hate it. I know that that's the same with wild wheat. I personally am really beginning to like it. I've used the ink to stamp the Noel on it, and then I'm going to stick this onto the wild wheat base. If you are a hater and you don't like the wild wheat, don't worry, we have got loads of colours to choose from. You can go and have a look on my site, slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Everything I sell is on there, and pick a different colour choice if you like. For me though, I definitely like it. And I think it's more a Christmas colour. I'm not going to be using it in the year, I don't think. But I just think it looks to me like a bit of an off gold. And I'm quite happy with that. So there is the card fronts. All I've got to do now is stick them onto the card bases. This was different for me. I don't use Very Vanilla very often. I'm normally a basic white girl. So Very Vanilla for me was quite different. And I really liked it. It's a good card for me, and it's quick and simple. It allows me to blend, fussy cut, and just have some fun, which is my highlight of stamping. What do you think? So I'm going to be using these metallic effects on them. These are in gold. We have them in a few different colours, and I'm just popping a few on just so that I've got a little bit of dimension going on here, and that is the project finished. You'll have to let me know whether you like this one, and don't forget to check out the other ones I did. Let me know which one of the ones that I've done with this set are your favourite. Everything is available on my store. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you all again soon. If you have enjoyed the project, please do give me a thumbs up. Bye.